Hello, team. It's Jeff, live from Vail, Colorado, in my bedroom, where I realized, you know what? You're probably going to end up having a time today. So you should probably churn out some content this morning. And so here I am. What up, peeps? Yeah, the latest news coming out of the combine is number one, the Cowboys likely to part ways with Amari Cooper. That came from Adam Schefter, so I'd like to congratulate Shefty on only being like 3 months behind the great Bobby Belt. So make sure you're following Bobby so that you know what's going on in the world of the Cowboys. And yeah, that's a thing. Now, the new piece of information that we have today is that it seems like the Cowboys are going to be prioritizing getting a long-term deal done with Michael Gallup. So, I guess I should throw in the other newsworthy item, which is that Blake Jarwin had a hip surgery that is considered rare for a football player. So when you hear something that is rare for a football player that somebody did, man, that sounds not good. Hey, sure, party at Jeff's. You guys get to Vail. I'll send you the address. Party at Jeff's. I'm going to get that merch going. The Jarwin news is pretty simple. When I hear that somebody has a surgery that's not common for a football player, I assume that that career is trouble. And that would make sense why we're hearing the scuttlebutt that Dalton Schultz could be franchise tagged. And I will tell you this, I am still out on that idea. I think it's a terrible idea. Hi, Wes.
What's going on?
Hey, here's Wes. That's my snowboarding mentor.
How's it going?
Wes is my snowboarding mentor. He sat in the middle of a mountain with me while people skied around me and told me that I was going to be okay. He's a hero.
And he was okay.
I was okay. I wasn't the worst person ever. I was the worst person on the mountain, but I wasn't the worst person ever.
That's not true.
Oh, that's not true. Anyway, tagging Dalton Schultz is still dumb because he's just not that good in his family. And I hear he's a great Warzone player, which it's very close to my heart. But when you play in an offense where the team dares you to throw underneath to the tight end and the tight end has a bunch of catches and a bunch of yards, that doesn't mean the tight end's great. That means that the tight end exists. So tagging Schultz at the amount of money it's going to cost is still silliness. They need to not do that. There's a whole bunch of free agent tight ends. You can sign one that's a capable starter, and then you can move on with your day. And I hope that that's the way that they do it. Now, the story that Amari Cooper is likely to be cut is not new, but it's new in terms of Adam Schefter now finally saying what we've been telling you for a long time, so that's neat. Prioritizing Gallup as a long-term guy is also kind of weird because I know they're annoyed with Cooper's injury history and things are always hurting. But Gallup missed 2 months with a calf strain and then tore his ACL. So the idea that he's like this super durable dude is weird. Hopefully they're buying low. If you're buying low on Gallup because you know it's not going to cost you much money, okay, sweet. And then we'll go draft one. I don't know if you guys saw my guy Sky Moore with the 2 Ys. Run his sub 4.40. That's my guy. Except now you probably have to take him in the first round. Marcus, thanks for the super. Yes, releasing wide receiver 1 to sign wide receiver 3 is a weird strategy for the Cowboys to have. But the Cowboys don't always do the smart things, do they? Not always.
I like it.
Oh, yeah, here, Wes likes it a lot.
I like it.
Wes thinks that they're doing great things. According to the Eagle fans, they're doing great things.
So you guys let go of Amari Cooper, then basically we won't get torched as bad when we play you guys. So it's kind of like we still lose, but we don't lose by as much.
See, there's there might be some wisdom in just do your rivals think that what you've done is awesome for them? There might be some wisdom in just focusing on that. Hey, you're cutting Cooper and Eagle fans are happy. Probably a bad idea.
I still think the Cowboys torch us with Gallup and CD and whoever else, but Cooper is definitely, I wouldn't cut him far.
Very good. Yeah, it's a weird deal. I don't know. So Wes was falling down the mountain? No, Wes wasn't falling down the mountain. Wes was sitting next to me, watching me go, and then cruising down to me and telling me life was going to be okay. Here's the other thing. I know nobody wants to hear it because it's fun to just beat up on the Joneses. Like, you guys all thought that the Cowboys had a really good roster last year, right? Pretty much unanimously, everybody's like, man, they underachieved. They should have won in the playoffs. Man, we could have won the Super Bowl. So you thought they had a pretty good roster. But then every time they make an off-season move, it's like, look at these dumbasses. This is why the Cowboys suck. But wait, you just thought that they were really, really good. So I'm open-minded to letting it play out. But it is weird to think that your number 1 receiver who's really, really good has to be a cap casualty in order to do other things. It's weird.
You'll still be the best in NFC East.
Yeah, I know the East sucks. But you guys have 3 first-round picks.
That we're going to fumble.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I do think that the idea that you're going to take from Amari Cooper's money to tag Dalton Schultz, like that by itself would drive me bonkers. And yes, this is a call for people to get their trade offers in, but I just don't know what sort of trade value Amari Cooper has, which maybe that says enough. If they can't get anything in return for Amari Cooper because people think that salary is too high for who the player is and questions about durability, then you can't be too bad about him being a cap casualty if nobody else wants him at that price. Sports are weird. The Joneses aren't awful at this. I know it's fun to think that they're awful at this, but make a list of all of the guys that have been cap casualties for the Cowboys over the last decade and tell me which one they effed up. Ain't a lot of them. And Traylon Burks running an iffy 40 and not jumping great is a good thing. The Arkansas wide receiver, he's 6'2", 6'3", 225, and he's really, really good at football. You want guys to have crappy combines, honestly. I saw a video this morning of the Bills GM when Gabriel Davis was about to run his 40, and he was like, hope he doesn't run very well. Because I'd like to be able to pick him later. Like, Traylon Burks is an awesome player. I'm not worried in any way, shape, or form about him not having a great combine. He kicks ass. Sky Moore had a great combine, which is great for him just because he's my guy. And now I wonder if you could even get him with your second-round pick. Sky Moore will be a top 3 receiver for me in this draft. It'll probably be Garrett Wilson, Sky Moore, and Traylon Burks as my top 3. Drake London's in that mix. So, there you go. All right, team. I was bad at snowboarding, so I'm going to try skiing today. And it's going to be terrible. It's going to be equally terrible as to what I did yesterday. But who cares? At the end of it, I'll drink beer and have a good time. I need to watch the Fresno State running back. Don't blame the 4-4 running wide receivers for Cooper's release. This thing was something they were leaning towards for a long time. This conversation does have... we got to go?
No.
Oh.
That's hyping you up.
Oh, okay. There's...
Jeff.
There's David and Shelby.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to party. David's going to snowboard and I'm going to ski, and we're going to find the smallest hill we can and try not to die. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Yeah, a lot of teams cut good players, and that's just the way it goes. It's the way of the world in the NFL. The Cowboys ended up with a whole bunch of highly paid players. They screwed up on a Zeke contract. They screwed up on a Jalen contract. Turns out that the Jarwin contract wasn't a good one. And they're not perfect, much like everybody else. And so now they got to try to figure out the best way to win going forward, and they'll try their damnedest. You know what I'm saying? All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. There's probably a very small chance, maybe 0, that I do a show tonight because I'll be drunk. So everybody have fun. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through, so be cool to everybody. I love you. Bye.